Jon Bones Jones has pleaded guilty.
Jon Bones Jones is suspected.
Jon Jones turned himself into police overnight.
I think Jon Jones is bad for the sport.
It's cocaine, DUI, hit and run. What's going on, Brian? How did we get to this point?
My name is Jonathan Jones. I beat up people for a living. It's my job, and I love it.
All of it has happened so fast. 1 second I was pregnant and we had no clue what we were going to do. And the next second he's stepping into the cage for his very first fight.
You're walking to the cage for the first time for your first mixed martial arts fight. What are the emotions that you're feeling?
You know, I remember a feeling of making it, and I remember winning that fight. And it was an ugly war, but I won the fight. And the moment they said, and the winner is Jon Bones Jones, I got my hand raised.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Johnny Bones Jones.
And I was just like, wow, I just beat somebody in the UFC. You know, I can do this. I can make a future for myself.
Jon Jones, he's so unorthodox in the way he does it, but it's so effective. And he's entertaining, and he's got some things about him physically that are scary. He's going to be one of the top guys in the world.
That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful takedown. And looking to tee off on Bonner.
Bones Jones has some great moves, man.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, athletic, young suplex.
Oh, look at that. Leg trip. And it is all over! Jon Jones!
This is a huge victory for you, not just in the fact that you beat another undefeated contender, but here's the situation. Rashad Evans was scheduled to face Shogun for the title. Rashad Evans is injured. He blew out his knee. The UFC wants to give you the opportunity to face Shogun for the light heavyweight championship of the world.
Jon, there are a lot of moments in UFC history that we'll always remember. I think that was one of them right there when you were offered a title shot.
Tell me how you feeling right now.
I feel great. God is so good. I feel so great. Hats off to Eddie Cott, New York, and I'm going for a world title, baby. Let's do it.
And see that coming. You know, it was awesome, and yeah, God is really good.
Do you really think you could win this fight?
You got a guy like Shogun who has been around for 10 years and fought the best of the best.
Every time he fights a wrestler who's supposed to be better than him, and he just schools these guys and takes them down. So in my mind, I think it's going to be pretty easy for him.
It's time!
Red trunks for Jones, head kick. Trunks for Shogun.
Right away, Jones opens up.
Slam. The knee.
Nice knee.
And another one.
Oh, good left hand.
Jones looking to tee off.
Jones throwing that side kick to the thigh. Nice knee by Jones.
Man. Oh, my! Jones trying to block those knees.
To rush forward to try to hit him.
Jones to the body.
And it is all over! Jon Jones is the youngest champion in UFC history!
A new UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones!
What about Jon Jones impresses you?
He has a lot of weapons, a lot of technique. He's quick, he's very athletic. He has tremendous potential.
You've got people telling you now you're the best in the world, but they don't tell you that, once a month. They don't tell you that once every 2 months. They tell you every day. And if you're really into it, they'll tell you every hour, you're a genius. You're the greatest. You're a genius. You're the greatest. You hear that over and over, day in and day out. That can go to your head really quick.
Jon Bones Jones was arrested and charged with a DWI early Saturday morning. Binghamton police received reports of a car crashed into the corner of Grand Boulevard and Helen Street around 5 a.m. Saturday morning.
As the punishment for this this infraction, is that we would not suspend the athlete, but that we would fine him $50,000. In addition, we would require 40 hours of community service.
Dana White, tell me, why are we still having this guy here instead of seeing a 2-year suspension like Frank Mir?
Why are we still what? What's the question? Hold on. Hold on.
Sit down.
I'm sitting down.
I want to take the mic from her. Better questions.
Jon Jones was tested out of competition on December 4th. When he was tested, he tested positive for cocaine.
Albuquerque police are still looking for UFC champ Jon Bones Jones for a hit-and-run crash that happened yesterday.
This morning, light heavyweight champion Jon Jones is facing possible felony charges for an alleged hit-and-run at an Albuquerque, New Mexico intersection Sunday. Inside the SUV, police say they found a pipe with marijuana, and that's not all.
UFC star Jon Bones Jones is being suspended and stripped of his championship title.
That comes just hours after the UFC's president flew to Albuquerque to learn more about the felony charges Jones faces in connection with a hit-and-run crash.
TMZ had picked it up in all these, huge media outlets, and I sat there and I cried for the whole day, man. I really thought that my career was over. I knew that this wouldn't be a light situation. So yeah, it was a long day for me. It's probably one of the most depressed I've been in probably ever.
You've been on a crazy ride, not just through July, but for the last couple of years. You've been involved in a lot of crazy shit, What are you disappointed in yourself with a lot of this stuff?
Yeah, I am. I totally am.
Because sometimes people they don't survive situations like that
because they're so wild and they're having a good time too much and they're partying and they're the champ.
It has to come to an end. That stuff. If you don't bring it to an end, it's gonna come to its own end. It might not like that way it ends.
My legacy is kind of in a ditch right now, and I have to save it for my kids, for fans, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
First of all, Jon, how does it feel to be getting back into the octagon?
Man, it feels so great to be back. I missed this game so much.
UFC 197 next Saturday from Las Vegas, live on pay-per-view.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Let's cut gloves and
This is what makes him special.
Hard elbows from this position of Jones.
Yep, right. Nice up elbow. There's a nice. Nice to get some traction on that technique. Good right hand. Phenomenal job of staying in the middle of the octagon.
He's got great grip.
That nice punch. He cannot sit back and allow Jon to get off 3, 4 as this fight goes on.
Nice elbow by Jon.
And now Ovitz is going to find himself. He has to continue the action, or he's going to be in trouble. Did not continue the action.
They go the distance.
The winner by unanimous decision, and now the interim UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones.
Jon Jones has changed a lot. And what you have to understand is that, you know, he came into this business as a kid. I mean, he's a young kid. And all the fame and all the pressure and all the stuff, I think he's really starting to catch his stride now.
I guess that's it. Welcome back, John.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank
really
you, Mario.
appreciate it.